everyone. Welcome to The Hive, which is your weekly dose of Hive news. I'm your host, Zara.
And I'm Carolyn. And this is the weekly buzz. Buzz.
Alright, hope you all are having a wonderful day today. Me and Carolyn are definitely having a good day.
Indeed.
This will be episode 5 of the podcast.
Yay! We got this far.
Yeah, hooray, we got this far. And today we will be having a special star, and her name is Mia.
Woo!
Woo! Welcome to the show, Mia.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Glad to see you. You're glad to be here. We have a few questions for you, if you wouldn't mind.
All right.
See, we have a friend here, Mia, who is not from originally Medora. She came from Indianapolis.
Yeah.
So we're actually shocked that she came here, but we appreciate it.
How was it at Indianapolis?
God awful.
How bad?
Well, our school had 4,000 kids in it, 6th through 8th. Yeah. Big school.
That's a lot.
We lived in a neighborhood that was always noisy, and we always heard sirens.
Oh.
We lived in like the suburban area, but we always had sirens going because we always had stupid teenagers.
Definitely understandable.
So, what's the difference from Medora and Indianapolis?
Much smaller.
Yeah.
Medora has a population of 300, and up in Indy we had a population of 8 million. So many people. I hated it.
I hope you know that is exaggeration.
Yeah.
So
everybody here knows everybody. It's actually scary.
Yeah, it is kind of scary.
And when you say something, rumor gets around.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Rumor goes around.
Trust me.
Or you can tell somebody, and they're like, yeah, I promise I won't tell anybody. And then a day later, you're eating at the lunch table, and somebody comes up to you and asks if that's true. I was like, how would you hear that? This person told me.
You promised. So the next question, and this is question 1. We have 5 questions total. What's the difference between here and the schools, and what's the difference between the 2 schools that you've been at?
Like I said, they're much bigger. We had in our Franklin Township district, we had I think 3 or 4 elementary schools, and then when you went into middle school, we had 2 separate middle schools. We had East and West. West was our smallest, and then East was the biggest. I went to East. I got stuck with everybody. And then those 2, that last year that I was there, that next year, West was gonna, they were changing that into a private school. So all the
kids?
Yeah, all the kids from West went to East. It's been a long day. Very tired.
Aww.
So, and then everybody will go to the high school, which is even more bigger, and I think it has about 8,000 kids.
That's a lot for one school.
How many stairs?
Too many.
Oh.
Too many to count.
I'd be breaking my back.
You think these stairs here are bad? The stairs there are 10,000 times worse. Don't trust that elevator. I went in the elevator once and we got stuck.
I don't trust the elevator here.
I've never been in the elevator here. But you have to have a key.
So,
don't trust it here.
Question 2.
What do you like and dislike about this school?
I like the size. Here, much smaller. It could be a little bit bigger, have a couple more people.
Yeah.
Sorry, but never heard of a sophomore class having 20 people in it.
I never heard of a senior class that has 7.
Me neither. 7 kids.
And I'm part of that.
What the heck? Makes no sense to me because I didn't know that a school could be this small.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
My parents were like, you want to go to Brownstown or Medora? And I was like, I don't really care. And they're like, well, Medora's a bit smaller. And I was thinking, like, based off of my old school, like, oh, it's going to be smaller than that. I come here, and it absolutely, like, 8,000 times smaller. It's like, what the heck?
This is way too small.
We had classrooms. Our 5th grade class, we had so many kids in that class. We had 35 kids in one classroom.
Jeez.
And then I come here, and we got...
like, one in one classroom.
I've been in a class that I was the only person.
Oh, my... Same.
Because the 4 other kids that were in that class weren't there. That makes no sense to me.
Now, see, with seniors here, we have that problem. If someone missed, the only 2 other seniors who stay are me and our, probably next week, student guest, Jaden Russell, if he's even here.
Probably not. Cough, cough.
Yep.
Right. We'd be bringing the mic every single day just to make sure.
Yeah, I probably would. But hopefully he's the only other senior that stays after school, but that doesn't leave at lunch. And when he's not here, I'm the only one in my last 2 periods of the class, which consists of Senate and Narrative.
Honestly, I wouldn't really mind that. So, like,
yeah.
Okay. I guess, like, another person could be better, but...
I mean, it's nice to have a little therapy session sometimes.
Okay.
Right.
For the third question.
What do you think about the teachers here, and who is your top 5 favorite?
The teachers, I love most of them. Some of them, they like to play favorites, and we all know who them favorites are. Like, by the way they treat them compared to everybody else. I'm not one of them, unfortunately. I don't really care, but most of the teachers that I have are pretty nice.
Because I don't know if I'm a favorite or not.
Like, most of our teachers, or we have a couple teachers here that don't just care about your school, they care about, like, your outside life and your mental health, and
which is greatly appreciated by some teachers.
Yes, actually, it really helps because then I don't have to go home and talk to my parents.
I mean, for some people, that is hard to do.
So, who are your top 5 favorite teachers? Dun 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 dun.
My top 5.
Yes, your top 5.
My top 5. Okay.
Your top 5.
Your top 5. Yes, my top 5.
Mr. Sennett.
Ooh, great teacher.
I never had him, actually. I never had him.
You never had him as a teacher?
He's a middle school teacher, and I wasn't here for middle school. But he is our class sponsor, so that's how I know him. And I love him. It's like, you could be my teacher or not, but you're my favorite. One of them. So, Mr. Narrett, he's also one of my favorites. Yeah.
Alright.
And then Miss Lanier.
Love Miss Lanier.
She was wonderful when she came on the show last week.
Yes.
I bet she was. She's very... what I really love about her is that she is so involved with everything else. She's trying to make our school spirit go up so much more. Like, at our ball games. She's like, all right, we're having a cheer section thing. And she's doing prom right now. She's helping with student council. She's also helping with homecoming.
She was helping with student council.
She still is.
Only with homecoming.
Well, when I spoke to her today, that she still was.
Well, we don't know for sure, but we do know she's a really great teacher.
Miss Young, she's really nice. I love her. She's also our volleyball coach, a really good volleyball coach.
Did you sign up yet? Did you sign up?
I did. And then I never ended up playing this year. But when we were doing, like, our, what do you call those?
Practice games?
Kind of. She was really good.
I have to actually sign up. I want to sign up.
I think you should. It's really fun.
I was going to, but my legs.
I really wanted to, but to play again this year. But last year, I had an awful experience with it. It was my first year ever playing, and our volleyball coach always made me sit out. Never could play. Like, I played a couple games only because one of the other players were hurt. So I never got to play, and I was like, what the heck? Like, I'm here every single day, working all, like, trying to do what I can make to be better, And here I am. I didn't get to play, so I was like, well, screw that. Not knowing that what was going to come this year, but
Yeah.
I might join again next year.
I'm joining next year for sure.
You guys should. I'll make sure I come to every single one of your games.
Supportive besties.
And Mr. McCammon. I'm going to miss him next year.
That man's old.
He deserves to be retired from what I've heard.
He definitely does.
He really does. Stay home with the wife
He's a
and the
trooper.
grandchildren. But I do love him.
I mean, yeah, he definitely is.
He is.
All right, next question.
The fourth question. I feel like we asked more than 4 questions, but okay.
That's because everyone's doing sweet. But
Okay, do you work?
I do. I work at Rural King. I get to pet all the dogs and all the rabbits and all the chickens.
What? Why can't I want a chicken?
I want a duck.
I did too. Me
That's
next
going to be
month.
quackers.
I am.
Haha,
I try
quacker.
I kind of convinced my parents to get me a duck, and they're like, "No, you got a cat. The cat don't like me." And we came in the other day. I came in, and one of the girls that I work there, she has a rabbit, and I have never seen a rabbit with a harness on. His name is Jasper, and it's the cutest.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
I'm taking him. He was such a calm rabbit. Like the rabbits that we have that we sell, like they're nice and all, but they don't want to be picked up. They'll let you pet them, but they don't want to be
So
picked
that
up.
brings the question, like, do you guys sell the rabbits and chickens?
Yeah.
And when do you think they'll be able to buy?
Whenever.
Okay, good.
We
Okay.
just got our chickens and ducks and birds in.
I'm gonna surprise.
We
Max
don't
with
have
that
any.
Oh my
We don't have any
goodness.
rabbits right
That's what
now.
I'm gonna do.
We're gonna get them here soon.
How much are the ducks?
$7.99,
It's worth the money I will spend.
and we have 99-cent ducks or chickens.
So is it like difficult managing your schoolwork with your job sometimes?
Ooh, not my schoolwork. Not so much. But I am a very kind, nice, loving, sweet person. Trying to make myself sound like a better person. That I will help everybody else with their schoolwork. Not that I really want to all the time,
But you're willing to do it.
but I'll do it just to be nice.
So kind.
So kind, so loving, so caring.
Right!
All right, question 5. Our last question for today. Hooray! What's your favorite part about Medora School?
My favorite part? I'm more involved. Like my middle school, everything was ran by the popular people, and God forbid, like I was best friends with one of the girls. Yeah. So we went to preschool together, and best friends up till 4th grade.
Yeah.
And we 5th grade, I had to move schools. Because they're like, well, you live closer to this elementary, not this elementary, so you're going to that elementary school. I'm like, okay. So, get my 5th grade year over with, and then we go to middle school, and all my best friends from 4th grade that I had, we like all reunited, and we were just best friends throughout the whole year for our next 3 years. Plus, we added a couple other people. And 6th grade, I was like, my best friend was there. I was like, oh my gosh, how are you? She goes, good. And I was like, okay. And then we had a couple classes together, but she wouldn't ever talk to me outside of our classes. She would partner up with me all the time. I was like, okay. So it's kind of like back in elementary, we were best friends and everything. And then it was like out class, I'd be like, hey, we need to do this, yada yada. She's like, I don't care, just do whatever you feel like is right. She was really rude.
So
I never liked her friends, her other friends that they hang out with. And then 7th grade, we never talked after 7th grade. Like, we were in 7th grade, and we had, like, a field day. And me and my new best friend, we wanted to have, like, the same field day activities. So we did lacrosse for a field day. Because our health teacher there was a lacrosse coach. And she also played, so
I've never played lacrosse.
I never did either, and I was like, "Oh, this is really fun."
Oh wait, I can't.
So,
I have actually played it.
I actually
You
like.
have?
Nora needs to have the
How fun
lacrosse.
is it?
Like, I'll
It
play.
actually is really fun.
And Yeah, so she and her little friends were there too. She's like, oh my gosh, Mia, how are you? It's like, I haven't seen you or talked to you in forever.